Welcome back to another edition of For Insight. I'm your host, Mike Obi. Special 2021 look ahead episode. We're going to be recapping 2020 and then as well as looking ahead to the year to come. First and foremost, Happy New Year, as well as I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. We're able to spend some time with their loved ones and with their family, and hopefully was able to stay safe through the holidays. Uh, you know, we're at a new year, and so that means new challenges to come, new feats to tackle and hopefully achieve, and also it gives us a chance to kind of refresh and start anew in terms of if there are any experiences from 2020 that we want to leave in the past, which there definitely were some for many of us, but we'll get into all that. So first off, just like I said, recapping 2020, I was able to start this podcast up, which was a goal that I had set. Uh, I got through 33 episodes, 33 weeks, so just over 6 months of doing this. And, this has definitely been a great experience, as I've alluded to numerous times. I've been able to interview not only athletes, but also young entrepreneurs, people in, the tech industry, as well as talk about education and talk about real issues. Um, so some things hit home, some episodes were emotional, some evoked passion, and that's the whole thing. Though it was to open the conversations up on numerous topics, and I look to expand on that and double down as I get into 2021 and start to look to interview more guests and expand my guest pool. The whole thing is about knowledge, and the more you know, the more connections you build, the more people you talk to, the better you sort of build your understanding of the world that you live in and inhabit. It also helps you navigate your relationships with people, in my opinion. And so we'll be looking forward to uh, seeing what that is going to look like in the year 2021. But also, uh, I think one thing and one kind of saying people have is the whole idea of New Year's resolution. I've never been a New Year's resolution type of guy. I've never liked that saying. A reason being is that a resolution, especially the way it's presented and it's portrayed, is it's really honestly it's very momentary. And I feel like we should be making lifestyle resolutions. To something me and my older sister Vivian have talked about, that it shouldn't be something that we just do because it sounds cool and it's a trend. People should actively look to create better lives for themselves, actively fix obstacles or fix problems that they see, and hope to change them for the long term, for the betterment of not only their lives but the lives of those around them. And so, with that being said, 2020, as much darkness as there was, because there were, some very tough and trying moments for myself and, for everyone that I know. With everything, with every darkness, there is light. And I think the one thing I was really able to see was that, first off, the value of just your health and your well being, because not everyone have this was able to not get COVID, first of all, and then also not everyone fared as well when they were diagnosed with COVID. So the fact that I was never diagnosed as positive with it, I never had symptoms, I was able to stay positive, as well as my family. That was something I was very grateful for. And also just being able to really hunker down, and this hamster wheel life that we live, where everybody's constantly on the move. Nobody really has a chance to think and reflect and be with their thoughts, really see where they want to go with life. I really was able to have that conversation, have that opportunity to really plan life out for the first time. And I felt like that was a good use of the time when we were in quarantine, and being able to talk to my parents, talk to my dad, and soak up knowledge. I think that was a really great opportunity, and it helped me kind of paint a clear picture for how I want my life to be going forward. And so with that, you build this momentum, as I've done, and you're trying to educate yourself and you're trying to double down. And then once you build momentum, it's about creating and sustaining it, and also kind of adding more to it. So now you look at, okay, you have this vision. Now you try to go out and you try to fulfill it All right, that's the next part for me, and I think that's something that we all should look to strive for. Is that, for those of us who have been able to create a plan in 2020, now 2021 is about locking in. We're channeling our inner Mamba mentality. Shout out to Kobe. Right, that's really what it's been about, and I think um, for those of us who have been able to, figure out what we want to do, it's just a matter of taking action, and you know um implementation, not just talking about it but being about it, right? And for those of us who aren't there yet, hopefully with 2021 and being able to get through 2020, I feel like if you can get through that year, you can get through anything, honestly. And hopefully people are able to find clarity in the coming year with the new climate and with the new changes that they set forth for themselves. As far as goals for the podcast, I mean, it's obviously to be better and to, grow the audience and to expand my reach. I say that, but I try to put it into practice. I've been able to find good groups, find supportive groups who've been helping me network, as well as relying on my audience and relying on you guys who have been engaging with me. I really, really appreciate all that you guys do. You guys motivate me to continue to create this content and to be a better host, be a better interviewer, be more engaging, really doing my homework to create better shows for you guys. And then vice versa, you guys' feedback, you guys who continue to listen, this is a really, really great relationship that I've been able to formulate with both my guests and my listeners who have really reached out to me. I've had a couple people reach out and say, "Hey, because of you, I was able to start my own podcast." That's probably one of the best things I've heard since starting this. That's what it's about, inspiring others, right? And so hopefully with that, I can inspire more people to start their own platforms, really start to use their own voices, and, hopefully bring them on and we can hear their stories, because that's what it's all about. And just looking ahead, I've already gotten a few guests lined up in the next coming weeks. So definitely, we'll be looking to finish out season one strong, and then we'll take a small hiatus sometime during the early parts of this month, especially as I go back to school and everything. And then, season two will be much more building on the progress that was already made, for sure. But that'll do it for this New Year's look ahead edition of Foresight. Once again, I'm your host, Mike Obi. 33 episodes in, like I said, continue to tune in, you guys. Subscribe, share the podcast, share it on your platforms, on your Spotify's, on your anchors, on your Apple Podcasts, as well as YouTube. I appreciate all of you guys out there, and you guys continue to be safe. Much love and appreciation.